Now, I've been waiting to comment on this one. Joe Budden said this. Let's just get right into it. I love Joe Budden as a creator. I have been a fanatic of him since I was like maybe a sophomore in high school. And you know, that's back when he was still making rap music. Loved his music, and you know, at times I still go back to it. But now he's like exclusively, strictly just podcasting. One might say that he is probably the podcast godfather for hip hop media. Some might say it's Paul Rosenberg and DJ Cypher Sounds. Some might say it's what's dude's name? Combat Jack, rest in peace. Some say that he's the podcast godfather. Some say that what is the guy's name who's in jail for something that happened at a club? I can't remember his name right now. His name escapes me. Forgive me. But some might say that he's even the podcast godfather. But, you know, podcast goes further than Joe Budden, goes further than Joe Rogan, goes further than Howard Stern even. Podcasts, you know, I grew up in a time where we used to listen to the radio, and for the most part, I would be listening to FM radio. FM radio has all of your music on it. Your classical music, your hip hop music, your jazz music, your Latin radio stations. And then you have AM radio. AM radio is where you find all your talking. And that is really where podcasts actually start, in my opinion. I've read a origin story of where the word podcasting actually comes from. It comes from, if you want to believe it or not, it was this guy on a blog who was I guess he was like one of the first people doing like audio blogging, and he one day decided to name it, tell his community of people that, hey, something along the lines of like, hey, something podcasts, and the word just stuck. And audio blogging, it all goes back to iTunes. But podcasting, in my opinion, starts all the way back in talk radio, you know, with your Howard Sterns, who else? The guy, Petey Green, you know, I feel like podcasting starts like with talk radio. So much so, you know, your sports, your sports talk on the AM radio, I feel like it starts there. Now, I did all of that to get to the point of this of this clip we're about to watch right now.
Most of you niggas fail. Let's take it off Joe now. Statistics show that most of you are failing. From 2018 up until now, podcast creation is down over half, more than half from 2018 to now. That's not Joe making this up. Y'all niggas are failing. I like it. As somebody that has dedicated his life to podcasting, and I'm not leaving no time soon, I like when all of y'all jump in the race, bump your head a few times, and run away because it ain't no money in it. I don't feel guilt about it. Take y'all bum ass somewhere else and figure it out. I'm here.
A lot of people are like, yo, I can't believe this nigga. He's supposed to be influential. And I kind of like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Let me come back for 2 seconds. Is anybody successful saying it?
No. Well, hold on. No.
The nigga I see saying it, failure.
What's no.
Bad. He been trying to succeed for over a decade.
That's not nice, bro.
I like watching.
Now, this is also not the first time. I feel like he's taking a shot. He's not taking a shot at podcasters. I feel like he's taking a shot at people who already have something that they're actually successful at and are trying to branch off into podcasting, and it's not working. It's not working, so they're leaving. And it's not working, but they keep on trying to do it, and they're not making no money from it. This is not the first time. Like, there's another clip. I don't know where that clip is, but there's another clip of, I believe the other clip in which this same thing is being said is when n.o.r.e. was on the Joe Budden podcast, and he was being interviewed, and he was saying that there are people who are trying to do podcasting and think, oh, all you need is a mic. All you need is respectfully, I'm saying this, all you need is a white guy engineer and a few stories, and it's just going to work out. And this is like the second shot he's taken. I don't know who he has beef with, but I think the reason why this is going over everybody's head and people think he's talking about like actual people who are actual podcasters and it's not working for them is because the way he said it. It's the way he said it. You know, like I said, Joe Budden is a person who started off in rap music, and I feel like whatever money he had at the time that he had garnered from rap music, I feel like he cashed in all of it for media and just said, I don't need to do rap music anymore because I've lost my passion for it. The industry has burned me and I don't think I want to do it anymore. So let me just go ahead and go into podcasting and give it my all. No matter if I gain millions of dollars or I just gain a small following. I feel like that is really where my purpose lies. So I feel like I don't think he's talking about your average person who wants to be a podcaster. But if people are taking it that way, I don't think he's talking about the small man who's been doing this since 2018 or anything like that. I feel like he's talking to the rappers who are trying to be podcasters, the comedians who've never done podcasting before in their life and just decided, hey, I guess I'm a funny person. Let me go ahead and do a podcast. People who already have like things that they're actually good at and now want to just all of a sudden hop on the podcast wave. It has been so many people who just like, especially like your entertainment figures who have become podcasters. And it's just like, you don't need to be, not everybody needs a podcast, bro. It just be some people up here that just be saying a whole bunch of nonsense and be putting all types of negative narratives in the world. And it's just like, we don't need that. Or it's just people who get up on a microphone or have like expensive equipment and whatnot and don't be saying nothing. Don't have a lick of real inspiration behind it. Like me, I don't care if I got all the money in the world or if I am broke as a joke, I'm still going to be podcasting, bro. Like, it doesn't matter, So, I mean, I feel like people just kind of took what he was saying a little too much, you know what I'm saying? So his response was, this one had him in a frenzy a little bit. But if you had time to worry about me saying this, the little ... basically means, I guess I'm talking about you then. But I feel like he's talking about all these people who are, who have an actual profession and an actual purpose that has gotten them to where they are, and all of a sudden want to do podcasts because it's trending.